What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. But not today. Tonight, you guys, or tonight, this evening, we have a really special guest. My best friend, Cindy Briggs, is celebrating 16 years of sobriety. So she's going to come on tonight and live stream with us. So I hope all you guys are excited as I am, and as excited as Cindy is. She's very, very nervous, you guys. So everybody, please be supportive. Everybody drop some supportive, loving comments in the comment section and let her know that we are all behind her 100% and there's nothing to be afraid of. I know it can be nerve-wracking coming on camera when you're not used to it. I know when I first started, I was really, really nervous all the time, and I still get nervous because people are just pieces of shit and like to be nasty and rude. So, let's all hype Cindy up and get her excited because this is a really big accomplishment, you guys. 16 years of sobriety is nothing to shake a stick at. That's a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work, a lot of internal introspection, and just it's a lot of dedication, man. So I'm super proud of her, and I can't wait for her to get here. So, whoop whoop. Hey, Julia. Julia. Hey, Monica. She says, you're going to do fabulous. I was nervous and I still did it. You're going to do amazing, Cindy. So when she gets here, I'm going to read her the comments. Hey, Bobby Lynn. Hey, Tandy. Thank you. I will tell her you said that. Okay, Tandy? I'll tell her you said. And I also saw your comment over on Dr. B's channel. And I just want to tell you thank you so much for speaking so highly about Real Talk Recovery. I know, right, Ash? That's a huge accomplishment. It's a huge accomplishment. Thanks, Monica. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We're coming on a little bit early tonight. Hey, Alex, what's up? How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Hey, Ray Ray, what's up, girl? We're starting early because Cindy's very, very nervous, you guys. She's so nervous. So everybody, we have to send her good vibes. We have to send her good juju and good vibes right now. Good juju, good vibes, good juju, good vibes. What's up, peeps? What's up, Margie? Okay, girl. I'll see you later, Tandy. Thanks for stopping in. She's here, you guys. She's here. Drum roll, please.
Okay, wait.
My best friend.
Oh, there you are.
I love you. I'm so happy that you're here.
Thank you. Oh,
You look beautiful.
Why won't it let me? I'm hitting chat.
Okay.
And it says private chat or live comments. Live comments.
Live comments.
Okay, but I can't see you. I mean, I see you now, but if I hit chat, I see everybody's comment, but I don't see you.
Do you think that you can get, well, do you want to see me or do you just want to see the chat?
Oh, no, I see you. I see you. I know what you look like.
Okay, cool. All right, you guys. So Cindy can see the chat.
Lord.
I told everybody, girl, I told everybody to just be sending you positive vibes. Y'all be telling her that you're proud of her. 16 years is a huge freaking accomplishment, you guys. So Cindy, I would love to hear from you. What was it like before you got into your active addiction? What was it like when you were growing up? Tell us a little bit about your childhood.
I grew up in a Southern Baptist home. My dad was a PE teacher. My mom worked at the church. I mean, I pretty much had a normal childhood. My mom was in and out of after she had me. I guess back then they didn't know what postpartum was, and so a lot of my younger years she was in and out of mental places, and but now she's fine. But I know I had a normal childhood growing up.
Okay, that's how it was for me.
Okay, go ahead. I turn my.
You gonna watch me instead?
Because I'm nervous.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'll go back and
I had a normal.
I'll go back and see who says anything mean. Okay.
No,
I
they're
gotta
not.
smoke while I'm like.
Listen, let me read some of the comments to you. Cindy is amazing. Which Cindy is this? This is Cindy Briggs. Congratulations, Cindy. 16 years is amazing. Everybody's saying congratulations. Everybody knows who you are. I had somebody come in, Splinter from Prison POV came over, and he said, "Is it Cindy Briggs, the one that's always in the comment section?" And I said, "Yes." And he was like,
Yeah.
"She's so supportive."
Oh,
So
thank you.
everybody knows who you are, girl. So shut up. You're gonna be fine. Everybody loves you. You're part of the family here, and we all are gonna support you no matter what. So listen up. So you had a good childhood. Okay. So this is what I want to know, Cindy. When did you turn? What happened? When did you turn the tables and start getting into drugs? How did you get turned on to getting high?
I guess it was about in the 10th grade. I got my nose run. Sorry, nothing wrong with me. You know how people are.
I know.
Ryan Leone, it's not coming out my nose. I started smoking weed probably in the 10th grade. You know, leave for lunch and we'd go smoke a doobie and come back to school. Really, that's all I did was smoke till about 18, and then I started, I worked at a club and I started drinking that way. And
what kind of club did you work at, Cindy? Tell everybody.
I didn't say that.
Don't be embarrassed. It's okay.
It's not like it is now. I just want to preference that. This was 89, 90, 91.
Okay.
I was a teacher, Barbara.
She was a titty dancer, y'all. Okay, she was a hot mama when she was younger, and she was making that money. So this was from 89, 90, 91. So this is, this is before it got to the point where people are doing a whole bunch of stuff. This was
I tried cocaine once with the other girls, and back then we didn't call it meth, we called it crank. So that tells you how old I am. We call it crank back then, but I didn't like anything that made my heart I didn't like anything like that at all.
And because you have anxiety, so when you would do stuff like that, it would just make it 10 times worse, huh?
Oh my gosh, I did not like it at all. And I haven't smoked weed since I was 21.
When you were dancing, did you ever come into any really crazy experiences? Like just, yeah, you can smoke, girl. Oh, and Derek Williams is here. Derek Williams is here.
Oh my God, y'all, that's my BFF. Everybody better go subscribe to his channel. I love Derek. I met him here. He supports Nicole. He supports the channel. I learned something from every video. He's my boy BFF. I love him. And Nicole said I could shout out whoever I wanted.
That's right.
You tell me when Laura comes. Tell me if Laura comes in, because I told her I'd shout her out too.
I will. I promise.
Laura Jane loves beauty, or our best friend PM, but we won't say his name.
I hope he comes in. I really do. That would be so awesome.
I emailed him.
You guys, if anybody knows Peter Mon, is Laura? Is it Laura Lora Corkhill? No, that's not her, is it?
Laura Jane loves beauty.
Okay.
She's in recovery too.
So you're working at the titty bar and you're making money. Everything's going good. You're just dabbling a little bit.
Well, yeah, I have to drink. I have to be drunk to do it because, like I said, I was raised Southern Baptist, and if I wasn't drunk, I looked at them fools like, what the fuck, you perverts, that just wasn't me. So they knew when I came in, start giving her some drinks or she's not going to get up there. So, yeah, it was back then, it was fun. It was like in the 80s. It was hair bands, going to concerts, going backstage. And partying with people and stuff. But it was like just smoking weed or drinking. That's all I really
Mm-hmm.
did until,
So, so your drug of choice was opiates?
hmm yeah.
So when did you
Um,
get what happened that you got on opiates? How did you get on those?
um,
It's
well,
okay.
I know, but
It's
it's like
okay.
I don't want no girls thinking. Anyway, well, I had my first daughter, and you women know I decided not to breastfeed. I didn't want to because I didn't had me some perfect little C's going. Didn't want to mess them up, so I didn't breastfeed her. I had the second one, and everybody was like, you need to. It's such a bonding experience, and all this other stuff. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do it then, and I did it. And after I did it, they promised me they would look the same, but they did not look the same.
Uh-huh.
And I decided that I was going to get implants. So I went in, had surgery, got them, and one of them didn't fall into the pocket. Oh, do you see what I have on my shirt?
Can't relate.
Right, Jeffree Star.
I love
Um,
it.
anyway, one of them didn't drop in the pocket, and the doctor was like, we're gonna have to wait 6 months until we see if it drops and see if we need to go back in there and pull it down or if it will come on its own. So for 6 months, I was taking pain medicine every single day for 6 months. And
Mhm.
they just gave it, gave it, gave it, gave it. And I
Mhm.
ended up having to have another surgery. I did get addicted. At that time, Kevin was an athletic trainer and he worked athletic trainer, so he dealt with injuries in high school, like football and basketball and all that kind of stuff. And so he worked very close with doctors. Well,
Uh-huh.
before he had met me, um, he was straight laced and just he's very laid back. Da, 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 da. But anyway, he worked really close with the doctors. And once they cut me off, after I had the second surgery, I got cut off, but I was addicted.
Uh-huh.
I took, 2 was better than 1, 3 was better than 4. You know how that goes, and it just goes on and on and on. And so he was close to the doctors. So they knew he had migraines and backaches, and they would always write, all he had to do is pick up the phone and call him.
Mhm.
And they would write him whatever he wanted.
Guess
And
who's here?
so,
Laura
who?
Jane's here.
Laura! Y'all go subscribe to Laura. She does makeup, but she's also a recovering addict and she has story times. So please go subscribe to my best friend Derek and Laura. Those are 2 people I want to shout out.
Good job,
Anyway,
girl.
so um, so yeah, I mean, like for a long time they would write him prescriptions, and then I guess they finally figured it out after a while, because he was asking for more than he usually asked for.
Yeah.
And they kind of said, we can't do it anymore. So then started the doctor hopping and ER hopping. I was so mean to him. I would make him go for me. And I would literally, I'm glad I didn't put my lashes on because I want to cry. I
It's
would literally
okay.
make him, um, I would literally make him go, God,
It's okay, girl. It's okay. I did the same stuff.
I don't mess makeup up. Um,
I know, right? Look at me. I got me a.
I couldn't even do my hair. I had to put it up, and then I tried all different brand new makeup today, and it looks horrible.
You
Anyway,
look beautiful.
what are they called? What'd you call them, Olivia?
Your DSLs.
Okay, I didn't know what that meant until Nicole called them that. I did. I
Her
didn't know
duck.
what they meant.
Her dick sucking
Hey,
lips.
I don't care. I'm not growing old gracefully. I get Botox and I get fillers.
You look
I'm not
beautiful.
insane.
And listen,
No,
I did the same
they're a
stuff
little
with
ignorant.
Neil. Like I was the
No,
same way with Neil. I would get so mad.
I would lock him out of the house if he did not bring me back pain pills. I would literally lock him out of the house, you know, if he didn't get pain pills. Like it even got to the point where he would even ask some of his athletes' parents that he was close with. They would give them to him because he would say his back hurt. And I mean, he would Dr. Hop, I would Dr. Hop, I would go to the ER. He would go to the ER. Um, Never really found anybody I could buy them from. Somehow back then it was really easy, you know, to go to Dr. Hop. It was just easy back then.
Yeah,
You
there
know,
wasn't all the
it was
laws that they have in place now.
not at all. So yeah, for I guess about I did it for a good 10, 11, 12 years. And one day we were sitting there and I know this sounds gross, but I'll never forget it because it was my first time to go to rehab. And I was literally sitting on the couch and had a trash can and was puking up. I'll never forget blue jello. And I looked at Kevin and I said, I think I need help. Because he would take them with me, but he didn't take them like I took them. Like he could just, you know, I'll take two. Okay, there you go. You have them. You know, it wasn't like that at all. And I remember I just looked at him and I said, I think I need help. I think I need to go to rehab. And he said, okay, well, let's go. And we went and I was scared to death. I remember walking in, it was a closed unit. And at that time, they had the mental patients with the uh, addicts also. And nothing against mental. I'm bipolar. I take, you know, I take drugs. I take medication for that, you know,
Yeah.
Lexapro and all that stuff. And but I'll never forget this man. He was jumping like from like there was box, you know, like triangles on the carpet or whatever. And
Uh-huh.
he was like hopping from one to one. And I turned around and looked at Kevin. I was like, please don't leave me here. Please don't leave me here. And he was like, no, you already signed the papers. You got to go in now. And so I went in. That was my first time in rehab. Um, you know, you go to the classes and all that, and they tell you, you know, sorry, they tell you, you know, as soon as you leave here, you need to go straight to an NA meeting or AA. You know, you need to do all this stuff. And so the day I got out, I only stayed in for 3 days. I should have stayed in longer because when I got out, I was still having uh, really bad anxiety and withdrawal. I should have stayed in longer. But the doctor said, do you think you're ready to go? And I was like, yep, I'm ready to go. And so I went straight. I got out, and maybe a couple hours later, I went to my first NA meeting. And, you know, not knowing what I was walking into or anything, you know, I didn't know what you say or what you did. So I just said, hi, my name's Cindy. I'm an addict. You know, I'm new. And I didn't know back then that, you know, you don't really tell your drug of choice out loud. You're just, you know, and I'm like, I'm Cindy. I was addicted to pain pills. I just left rehab 3 hours ago. Hello, I'm here. You know,
Yeah.
and somebody at the end of the meeting hooked me up with a sponsor. And so I called her, and she was my sponsor probably for the first on and off year or two. She ended up firing me because I didn't understand pills were my problem, not alcohol. Why can't I still go out with my friends every once in a while, you know, and have some shots? And she would always tell me, no, you can't, Cindy. You can't do, you know, you can't. You can't do
Mm-hmm.
anything. And rebellious me would always be like, well, you know, I can't tell you how many white tags I picked up for relapse. And I
On
mean,
alcohol?
con
On alcohol?
alcohol, alcohol, and then just like she said would happen, I eventually went back to pain pills.
Oh, yeah.
And
So she was trying to help you out by telling you, if you drink
yeah, because
alcohol, what it'll. Go ahead.
I don't drink. I feel like I got stuff on my face. I don't drink just to have a casual drink. When I drink to get drunk. What's the point of having just, a margarita? I want a margarita and a couple of shots of Cuervo on the side.
Right,
Like
right.
I drink to get drunk. I can't drink. Even though I say pain pills, that is my drug of choice, but I can't do anything. I can't drink. I can't smoke weed. I can't do anything. And it took me about 10 times. I've been to rehab 10 times.
10
Yeah.
times.
Hmm.
Okay, after you went to rehab the 10th time, what was
Sorry,
different?
the
What
water's
happened?
breaking.
You're okay. So you went to rehab 10 times. What happened after the 10th time? What was different that helped you stay sober?
I didn't. I kept going on a run. I'm trying to make my lighter work. I'm sorry.
You're okay.
I'm so nervous.
You're
Can
don't
I
be
yell?
nervous. I've been to treatment 5 times, so I understand.
I'm
And
about to
I
yell at
kept
Kevin to
going.
get me a lighter.
Okay, go
Kevin!
ahead.
Kevin! Kevin!
I've done
What go ahead. You can't hear me.
I've it's okay. I've done the same thing though, like with treatment, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I would come out, and same with me. I would say, okay, well, I went in for meth, so I'm not going to do meth anymore, and I'm just gonna, drink alcohol. And that's what I would try to do, and then I would end up going back, not on the alcohol plus other drugs. So it was
Yeah.
like constantly I would get myself caught back up and falling back and falling back. So, okay, how have you maintained 16 years of sobriety? What do you think has been your greatest asset and really helped you to be able to do that?
Um, well, like I said, I didn't get clean even after the 10th time in rehab. I was hanging out with this girl from NA, and her son was on heroin, and she said that he was going to go to a doctor to get on Suboxone. And I'd been on Suboxone one other time. The last one of the doctors, he put me on it for like 2 weeks and then took me off of it and was like, okay, he didn't, I don't think it was so new. I don't think he knew what he was like. I don't think he knew what he was doing, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So she said that her son was going to go to the doctor and get put on Suboxone. And I was like, at that time, I said, I think I'm ready to quit. I'm tired of this. I think I need to do the same thing. Well, I didn't go to where her son went. I went to this other guy, and I'm so glad I did because he was like one of the first doctors in Texas to even to give Suboxone. So he knew what he
Mm-hmm.
was talking about. And because I had used for so long and couldn't stay clean on my own ever, he told me, you will probably be on some kind of milligram for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? I got to take this shit the rest of my life?
Mama
And
of Kenny says, "Way to go, Cindy. You go, girl. Real talk recovery for life." That's
oh,
from
I
Mama of
love
Kenny.
Mama. I love her. I need a cigarette so bad in this. Can y'all hear me trying to click this slider?
Yes. And let me see. MAT is medication assisted treatment. So Suboxone, methadone,
Can I get
Sublocade,
a light? I'm gonna get a lighter
Vivitrol.
real quick. I'm gonna get a
Okay,
lighter
girl.
real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
And Cindy has been on that medication since she got sober the last time when she got out of treatment. And so she's been really doing good. And for those of you guys that don't understand, like sometimes, even though a person is on maintenance medication, it doesn't cure their addiction. And they can still, I mean, it's hard. Hey, Sophia, I miss you, girl.
Okay.
I'm so glad you're here. A lot of people, utilize maintenance medication either for short term, long term, or forever. And it's different for every person. And just so you guys know, one of the things that Cindy was the most nervous about was coming on here and sharing her story and talking about being on maintenance medication, because she sees how judgmental people are. And it's really, really takes a lot, you guys, of courage to come up here and talk about something whenever you're not somebody who does it every day like I do. Like I do these videos every single day. So it's nothing to me to see some people trolling in the comments. But when you're new to this and you haven't been doing it, it's scary. So that's why I really want you guys to give her a whole bunch of support, love, and just, just hold her up, because this is hard to do.
Yeah, I do. I know a lot of people don't think that people should be on it, for long, long periods of time. But the way I look at it is I'm not taking 40 freaking pills a day anymore. It doesn't get me high. It makes me feel normal.
Right.
I take medication for my mental health. My oldest is a type 1 diabetic. She takes insulin for the rest of her life. I'll be on my mental meds for the rest of my life. So, I mean, me and my mom got in an argument the other day because she was like, I just think it's trading one for the other. She just doesn't understand, even after 16 years. At one point, she was for it, and then she changes her mind, and then she's not for it. And she's like, I don't understand why you have to be on it, this many years. You've been clean, 16 years now.
Right. Well,
I have tapered down. I mean, I have gone down to what they first had me on, but I feel good at where I'm at, like
right. And
I don't feel
it
like
doesn't matter like if other people think that you shouldn't be on it. It doesn't matter if other people think that you should taper, because other people aren't living your life. Other people aren't on this journey. Other people don't have to live Cindy's life. Nobody can tell
yeah,
you what to do. And that's why, like Laura says, there is no one path to recovery. We are all different. And
I love
everybody
Laura.
here on Real Talk Recovery, we all know what it's about, and nobody here would ever judge you. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody
Well,
that's
I
part
know,
of
but
Real Talk Recovery.
I've seen some people be like, why do you have to be on it? Or some people in the comments, why do you have to be on it that long? Or your milligram is too high or whatever. And it's like, people, all of us are different. Everybody has a different journey. My journey
Right,
might be different from you. You're tapering. I don't feel the need to taper.
right,
But you know what? Maybe tomorrow I will. I don't know. I can only live one day, like they taught me. I can only live one day at a time. I can't say that I'll be clean tomorrow. I might go and try and find, pills.
right,
I can't
right,
say that. I can only say today I'm gonna stay clean, you
right.
know? That's all I can say is just for today.
Because not
That's what I
yeah,
learned in the
exactly,
NA.
just for today. And I don't want anybody to ever feel like they have to be afraid of coming on and sharing their story because they're on maintenance medication. It makes me I will literally go down in flames, blocking every person that comes in here trying to act a fool. I will literally spend my whole life blocking people on my YouTube channel if I have to do it. So please, I mean, like, don't even worry about it. And everybody that's a moderator in here tonight in this chat, you don't
Yeah.
even have to worry about timing people out. Just block them, hide them
Oh, have
forever.
people been mean? Have people been
No,
mean?
no,
Oh,
no. No. But I'm just
because
saying,
I'm gonna go back and watch this and like, okay, Cindy, you need a nose job. You need this.
girl,
You need that.
no. Nobody has
Look,
said anything bad about you at
I
all.
need a bad look. That's what Kevin said. He was like, they're not gonna listen to your story. They're gonna look at them big dumb lips you got on. I was
Your
like,
husband
you
is
don't
so
like the way.
hard on you.
I know. I was like, you don't like the way they look, but you don't mind the way they feel, do you?
Exactly.
I've been married 20
Exactly.
years, so I haven't been
So
the perfect wife, but
tell me this. How do you how do you handle what you've been going through with your mom, with her kind of not understanding, the difference between addiction and dependence?
We don't
How do
talk
you deal with
about it.
that?
We don't talk about it. It ends up being okay, bye. I don't want to argue.
Right.
Conversation. You
Right.
know,
But she
she
loves
just doesn't
you,
understand.
She loves
Oh
you no
yeah,
matter
she
what.
does. She does. Because I mean, like I've been going through a hard time lately. I don't know if it's seasonal depression. I don't know if it's I've just been coming up on a birthday. You get kind of funky sometimes, and
Mhm.
um, I lost a friend, not physically lost her, but emotionally lost a friend that I thought,
It's
um,
okay. I totally understand, girl. I'm the same way. I get real sensitive about stuff like that too, and I don't
what's
know if
sad is I met her from here. I met her from the channel, and we used to talk like every day, an hour every morning, text every day, and then it just stopped. And I guess I've never been into YouTube. I've just always watched makeup channels, and then I found you that one time on that person's channel, and I even my mom, she's like, because when I say Nicole, she's like, now who's Nicole again? I was like, mother, and she's like, you got to be careful, Cindy, with those kind of people. I'm like, she doesn't understand. Addicts have like when we first
a
talked, it was like we
connection.
called each other soul sisters because we just hit it. I mean, now it's been almost a year, and we
Right.
talk pretty much every day, sometimes 4 and 5 times a day. But I mean, you know, I don't care. But I just been going through a lot lately. I don't know what it is. I don't know if
I
I need
think
to go
it's
to
normal.
counseling.
I go through the same thing. I mean, look at me. I'll literally come on my channel. I'll be doing good for months, and then I'll come on my channel one day and I'll be sobbing my eyes out, really going through a struggle, and then it'll go away and I'll be back okay. And so I think that we
Mhm.
all just go through. It's kind of like this is how it is in recovery. It's like this up and down, up and down. Some
Even
days
at
are good, some
16
days are
years.
bad. You
Yeah,
know,
even at 16 years. Things are way better at 16 years. But yeah, I still have those, you know. And I'm going to share this with my kids. So, hello, children. Um, and that's another thing I
hey
felt bad
children.
for. Hey, Sarah, Rachel. Brayden don't give a crap. Um, Rachel's my pregnant one. I'm going to be a grandma in June for the first time, but I will be called Gigi because my sister took Mimi, and I'm not ready to be called grandma yet. But anyway, I felt really bad because my oldest daughter, there's 10 years separation because I didn't think I was going to have um, my son, and I apologized to him on my sobriety birthday, but I've apologized way long ago, and they're so understanding, and I'm so lucky that so far none of my kids have gone in that direction at all. But I
I
feel
know,
bad
right?
because she pretty my oldest one pretty much like raised Braden for the first couple of years because I was so messed up
It's
I
okay,
couldn't
girl.
um raise him. Rachel remembers, but not as much as Sarah. Sarah remembers details and holding my hair back while I puked. And, I would take, since there was nothing on my stomach, I know it's gross, but we've talked about it before. I would take, the pills out of the toilet and wash them off and take them again.
I've been there too. I've been there too. Don't listen to me. Your kid,
I just feel
they
bad for
all
my
forgive
kid.
you. They forgive you, and that's all in the past, and you're not that person anymore. I get emotional and stuff when I think about the things that I did whenever I was like that, and I really beat myself up about it. But we're not like that anymore, and we are. Look how we are so different now. We are like new women. You know.
Yeah.
So, and you've come so far. I mean, 16 years is a long ass time, Cindy. A long ass time. You've turned your whole life around. You're a good wife. You're a good daughter. You're a good mom. You're going to be a Gigi. I mean, you're doing really good in your life. I mean, you guys, she She gets to go on vacation now. She couldn't do that when you were getting messed up. And think about it this way too. A lot of people are going to be able to relate to your story because so many people got hooked on painkillers by being prescribed them.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, I ended up having to, any of you women thinking about getting implants, really think about it because I've literally had 4 surgeries. I sprung a leak one time, got out of the shower, looked in the mirror, and I was deflated. So I had to have surgery again. And they had to put me on stronger pain meds because I had a tolerance, and
Uh-huh.
I was off to the races again. So really think hard about if you ever want an elective surgery. Be very careful
Did
because
you did you
before
ever go
that I didn't
through
even take Tylenol. I wouldn't even take Tylenol.
did you ever go through the did you ever feel any like sickness from the breast implants? You know that breast implant illness?
No, because the first go round they were saline, so they were just so when I sprung the leak, it was just saline water. And this go round, because I didn't think I was gonna have another kid, because they tell you to try and wait till you're through having children. So I ended up having Brayden, and they got engulfed with milk and all that, and I ended up having to have a lift and bigger implants put in. That's why it's so hard to hold my shoulders back.
Uh-huh.
And I have silicone in now. So I don't know if silicone can bust a leak like saline can, but
Uh-huh.
they haven't. And you're
Well,
supposed to get them changed out every 10 years, but this go round it's been longer than 10 years, and I'm like, I haven't had any problems, so I really I don't want to go through it again, you know.
what do you do now to maintain your sobriety? What do you do to maintain your sobriety now? And what would you tell somebody that's new to the channel that is struggling in struggling getting sober?
Well, every morning I pray. My higher power is God. That's just my higher power. You can have whatever higher power you want. I pray every morning, and I pray for all you people on this channel. And I pray, I meditate. I know this sounds whatever, but Peter Mon, I love Peter Mon, you guys, if you don't know him, but he has 5 channels, and he has a Peterisms channel where he does meditation. So after I pray and I meditate, I go straight to his channel and I listen to, I feel like I can see glitter everywhere on my face. Um, I pray and meditate, go to his channel, listen to his meditations, and then I go straight to his Peter vlogs because he's in recovery and he's got 25 years sober, and it's kind of like a podcast. He just
Yeah.
drives around and he just talks about recovery, and I do that in the morning and I listen to it. Now, I went to NA for a good 15 years, probably
Mhm.
15, 16 years. And when I once I got on Suboxone, I quit going. Kind of afraid. I was kind of afraid to. I still have one friend. He's got like 30 years clean that's really like a part of the family. And I talk to him every once in a while, but um, really it's just keeping in contact and having an accountability. I mean, I know we're best friends, but you're my accountability partner. The women on the recovery chat, like Mama of Kenny and Nicole, Rosie, um, I just can't think of, and Christy, they're my
Michelle,
accountability
Sonia,
partner.
there's so
Yeah,
many
please
of us
get
now.
there's so
Leroy,
many of them now.
yeah, there's so many of us, and we're all there in that chat and help each other stay accountable. Like, if, okay, let's say that I didn't come in there for like a month. Y'all would be like, where the hell's Nicole? And if Cindy didn't come in there for like a month, then the other girls would be like, where has Cindy been? You know?
Yeah, like
So,
every morning at 8 o'clock. Well, now that there's more people, I don't do it as much, but I try to. But ever since I joined, every morning everybody knew Cindy was, "Good morning, sisters. How's everybody doing?" I mean, like, we connect over there. I mean, when one of us is having a bad, day, The other one, says something encouraging, or, I've been on there and, someone was hurting one day and not in the right headspace. And it was, a 5:30 in the morning phone call. And I did what I needed to do and stayed on the phone with her until, it passed,
Yeah.
because that's what I was taught to do, and by the end of the conversation, after about an hour, she was laughing and she didn't want to do that anymore. So I mean, and I'm not pushing on anybody, but I'm just saying Patreon, I mean, has really changed me, because I really only hang out with my family and my kids. I don't go to NA anymore. I count my meetings as the mirror meetings. So, I mean, having that contact with someone every day, even if it's just a good morning some days. And then some days we just talk about anything. But it's just having that communication, and being able, if I am having a crappy day, to say, I don't feel good today, or I'm anxious today, or I'm, like all day today they were so sweet, and we're behind you, Sydney. We got your back, because they knew how nervous I was, you know. So
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, like I said, I'm not pushing it, but it's really helped me. It really has. And I'm glad I found the channel. I really am, because I would have just been the same old. I mean, sober, but not. You know what I mean. Just kind of
I know what
there.
you mean because when Cindy first found my channel, we were like, I don't even know. Did I give you my number just right off the bat?
I had
I think I did probably just give
mm,
you my number and said,
no,
call
you had
me.
said someone had made a video, who I'm not going to say her name, but she made a video, and we won't say her name, and I commented, and you commented. So she was talking about, what is that guy's name? Chris Rewires.
Chris,
What is it?
the
Okay,
rewired
he
soul.
he was saying something about Suboxone. And I went on there and I was like, well, I've been on it, this long, and I think that's bullshit. And da 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 da. And the girl agreed. And then all of a sudden, their comment came back to me, and I was like, is this so and so? I thought it was the girl that I was on the channel, and it wasn't. It was you. And so I looked you up, and then somehow you went straight to a live stream after that, and then I just popped on, and it's
And then we
been
just became, then we just started talking every day. Every
every
day.
day,
That's
every
how I
day.
roll, y'all. Like I'm not this is how I am. Like what you see is what you get. Like I don't just
Yes,
I'm
yes.
not fronting. I'm the way
Uh-uh.
I am. See, Concha Princess says she did that to me. Nicole says she did that. Like when I see somebody that I want to help or I relate to or anything that's going through something with maintenance medication and I know I've been there, I'm going to say what's up to you. I'm going to invite you over. I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to tell you you could like me and Cindy have just became such so close because we talk every single day, and we both have the same sense of like humor. Like we're fucking whores. We have potty mouths,
Well,
you
I have
know.
to say, I did try and save myself for marriage, but I only lasted till I was 19. But I never slept with a customer, and I never slept with anybody in the rock band. I did hang out with Motley Crue twice, Aerosmith, hung out with all those people, but I never slept with none of them.
I look at me.
I was a
I
good
mean
girl.
whore in like a good way. I don't
Oh,
mean like
oh,
actual.
I thought
Well,
you
I
meant
mean,
like that. I was like, whore, whore.
but like I can
No,
call her up
no.
and be like, "Hey, bitch," and she's not like, "Oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
you called me a bitch."
Oh, yeah. And I call you a bitch too. Hey, bitch, call me. Yeah,
You know?
it doesn't bother me at all. No, you're the
Yeah,
same. You're the same as you are on camera. You're no
right.
different. You're no
It's
different.
but okay, tell the people that are still in active addiction. What would you tell them right now if you can give them some encouragement or just,
If you're in addiction right now, I guess it would depend on what you're on, really. Because if you're on alcohol, I really do think you should go in to treatment, because you can die. I mean, I've been in treatment before when someone just like, we're just walking down the hall and all of a sudden she's on the ground,
Yeah.
having a seizure. So I guess it depends on what you're on. If you're on, like alcohol or on benzos, my suggestion is, just from what I've learned in rehab, is I think you should go to rehab.
Yeah.
I think rehab is good for anybody, because before I went to rehab, I did not know. I might have heard what AA was, but I did not know what NA was. I did not know what AA was. I did not know the steps. I didn't know any of that. That's where I learned it from.
Yeah.
And I think if I would have never gone into treatment, I would have known what I would have got out and just, you know, I could
That
never
was
make
like
it to 90 days.
that opened the door for you to like
Hmm.
learn how to stay sober and how to change your life. That was how. And rehab, I think
Hmm.
that if you can go to treatment, I say do it. I mean, I've been to treatment 5 times, and every
Hmm.
time I went, I learned something new. Every time I went, it was a good experience for me because I needed to be removed from the substances. I needed to be taken away from where I was at.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, anybody that can afford it or has insurance, I say go for it, because,
Right.
like I said, I learned so much because I was on my high horse, the first couple of times. I didn't shoot drugs. I'm not like y'all. I just took some pills or whatever, and I learned from my, first sponsor. She said, Cindy, with that, let me tell you something. She said, the only difference between you and that person on the street shooting is you get your drugs from a cleaner floor, which meant I get my drugs from the pharmacy. They get theirs from out there. There's no difference.
No,
I am
no.
just like the person. There is no difference. I'm just like an alcoholic. I'm just like they're all the same. Not one is, up here and this one's down here. No, we are the same.
That's right.
That's how I
And you know
believe. And
what?
I think that you should, uh-huh.
You realizing that and saying that like now, and you knowing that is a big step, because a lot of people let that hold them back because they think that they're separated from others
Hmm.
and they think that they're above. And honestly,
Yeah.
those are the hardest people to get through to because they are too smart for their own good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
Hmm.
when you can be humbled and brought to your knees and you're desperate for help, you're going to change your life. We are all the same. We're all just trying to make it and stay sober,
I
not
mean, if
die.
my sponsor, I was told to, you do whatever your sponsor does. I did get a second sponsor, and we worked the steps several times. She's wonderful. And if she, like my best friend, he said, if she told you to strip down and run naked down the street, then you would strip down and run naked. You do whatever she tells you. So I did everything she told me to do, and here I am.
Here you are. Y'all, me and Cindy are going to get together. She's in Texas, I'm in Arkansas. So we're like just down the street from
Fort
each other.
Worth.
Fort Worth, and we're gonna hang out. And we're gonna literally, she's either gonna come here or I'm gonna go there this summer.
Well,
And
and we're going on vacation together.
yep, and we're gonna be doing our makeup together. We're gonna have a makeup. We're literally gonna have a day where we just do makeup and talk about our addiction and recovery, and just tell stories
If
the whole
I
time.
turned this phone and showed y'all the mess I made 30 minutes ago, y'all would die. I'm
Are
in the
you?
spare room. I usually don't smoke in the house, but in this room, but I was so nervous. I'm so nervous.
Do you feel better now? Are you feeling more comfortable?
I'll feel more comfortable once I go back and read the comments and nobody's mean to me, then I'll be okay.
Girl, listen to me. I'll tell you what happened in the comments. I had some trolls come through talking about I need to give my kid a pair of socks.
What in the world does that have to do with
Nothing.
anything?
Nothing. That's what we've been dealing with this whole time is blocking people talking about socks.
Probably because I'm so boring. That's another thing I thought. I'm going to go on
No.
there and I'm going to be so damn boring that they're just going to be chit chatting away down there like and they're going to be like, I got dumbass boring Cindy on there. That's what I
No,
thought.
everybody loves you. We got nothing but love. You're great on camera. We love you, Cindy. Sending love
Thank
to you,
you.
Cindy. Nope, we love you, Cindy. Um, they so there you go. Somebody actually sent me money just so they could super chat me and tell me to get my child some new pair of socks. They sent me money.
Are you serious? I don't understand these people. To me, what it comes down to is I think they are jealous.
That's what
They're
it is.
jealous of her.
It,
That's
it
what I think. I
that's what
think
it
they're
is.
jealous. They are jealous.
Here's the thing. But anyways, we're not going to let them take up your time here on Real Talk Recovery. I love you. I'm proud of you.
I love
16 years is a
you.
huge damn accomplishment. And you're just fucking killing it, Cindy. And you don't ever have to be
Thank
ashamed
you.
of the way you're getting to where you're going. Your recovery is valid. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, for right now, as of today, well, I will probably be on the rest of my life because they call me
Yeah.
a constant. I was a constant relapser.
Right. Right.
So I don't want to go back to taking 40 pills a day, 10 just to get out of bed.
Right.
I don't want to go back to that. And I don't get high off of it. I don't understand people that say, oh, you get high off of it or it's just another drug. I don't understand it. It aggravates the crap out of me because who cares what I do?
Right.
It's me that needs to care, not you, not anybody else. It's
Right.
my recovery. I got to do what's best for me. You know, my husband's also in recovery, which that's his story. He's got 7 years clean. But you know, we're both on Suboxone and we're living our lives. I mean, I got two. I mean, two kids that don't live here. They're wonderful. One's pregnant. One's just wonderful. My oldest daughter, my middle daughter is wonderful. My little boy, he's 17. He's not little, but he's my baby. And
Right.
they all are great so far, knock on wood. None of them have gotten any kind of gene from me. They don't drink. They don't do anything. They're really good kids.
Good. And that's
After
because you raised them good, Cindy. You've done good. You've turned your life around and you're a good mom. I'm a good mom. All these ladies in the comment section are good moms. We are recovering and killing it and changed our lives, okay? Everybody in here is doing a great job. And we have to remember that like we've really come up a long way. We've come a long way. Pat
I
yourself
don't
on the
know if
back.
I mean, I know I've come a long way, but I just know the hell I put them through. And like I said, they've forgiven me and everything. It's just, I still to this day, even though they forgive me, I still have that guilt.
I know. I know. I
You
do
know,
too. I do too.
I,
But you
I
know
just
what?
still have that guilt.
You know what? We it's okay to feel that, but we can't let it take over. You know what I mean? Because when we
No, I
let
don't.
that
I mean, we don't talk about it or anything, but like on my sobriety birthday, we have a family chat,
mhm,
and they were sending like screenshots of stupid stuff, saying congratulations with dumb people, those weird things they send. And I apologized again. And, they're just good kids. I'm very proud of all three of them.
well, I'm proud of you, girl, and I
I
love you
love
so
them.
much. I love you so much.
I love
I
them
really
either.
do. I'm so glad that I got to meet you. I'm so glad that we've become such good friends, best friends, best friends. I haven't had a
Hmm.
best friend that I could talk to and tell anything to in years. Somebody that I actually
Oh,
can
don't do
trust.
that.
That
We
isn't
both
gonna turn their back
have
on me.
fun.
And I finally have my friend that I can talk to about anything. And it's been a long time, you guys, because I try to I try
Gosh.
to be good to every person in my life. But Cindy's the first person that she doesn't talk shit behind my back. She doesn't go tell other people
Oh,
my
no, I'll go
business.
hard. I go hard for Nicole.
And
I
she is
go hard for Nicole.
a loyal friend to me. And all I've ever wanted is a loyal friendship because I am loyal. I am so loyal. I'm loyal
Mhm.
to a
Yes.
fault, to a point
And
where
she'll
people
tell
will
me,
drag me.
we're the kind of friends that if I mess up, she'll let me know. And if she messes up and I don't think something's right, I'll let her know. But you know what? That's not gonna interfere with our friendship. That's what a friendship is. It's
Right.
like, you know, if I need to be told, Cindy, quit being a pussy and, pick up your boots and go, you tell me that. And I appreciate it. And I haven't had a best friend in a long time because they all shit on me.
Right.
I
Right.
thought I made a best friend from this channel. I did with Derek, but I mean, like someone else. And I got shit on, and man, that don't feel good at all.
It doesn't, and that's how it's
Mm-mm.
easy for people to do that on the internet because they don't have to face us, you
Yeah,
know?
but when you're talking to somebody every day on the phone, an hour to 2 hours, and texting every day, that hurts because it's been going on for talking to that person for a good 8 months,
Yeah.
and then I just got dumped, and it's I guess that's a lot of what I've been feeling lately. Is just like, but Nicole, I know would never do that to me ever, ever, and I would never do that to her. And some of these people that talk shit about her, she has to stop me because I will open a can of whoop ass and go over to their channel, and but she has stopped me, and I haven't done it. But I just, people don't know. I mean, those people that are rude and say mean things, they don't know your heart, and you have such a good and forgiving and loving, and you're just always. I can call you anytime, and I don't. Y'all all know how perfect she is.
Not perfect, but I know
I
what you
know,
mean.
but
And like you guys don't understand. Like I'll even tell Cindy, like it's okay. We're gonna let that person slide, and we're gonna forgive them, and we're gonna move past it, and not even worry about it. And
yes,
it's like,
she's always like,
on,
you gotta pray for them. You gotta pray for them, Cindy. We're gonna pray for them, and I'm like, I don't want to pray for them. I don't want to pray for them. But you know what? I pray for them.
right.
But
I mean,
God, do I sometimes want to?
so do I, girl. So do I.
Hey,
Sometimes,
Cindy, if you're watching,
but it helps me and helping and you guys like whenever okay so having Cindy like when she wants to bulldog up on people and like literally attack them for me it makes me learn too and I'm like you know what this is a moment where I can either be a horrible leader and a horrible friend and say let's fucking rock that bitch's ass, let's fucking make her life a
hmm
living hell, or I can stand up and have integrity and say you know what we're gonna let them slide. We're just gonna let them
and we
slide,
do,
and that's 9 times out of 10. That's what we. I just let it slide,
we
let it
do.
slide. You know what I mean?
I
And
clear you. Sometimes it's just when like you said, when I'm a friend till the fucking end. And when I see someone being mean to my best friend or saying some smart aleck comment or something like that, man, mm, it's hard for me. You're a bigger person than I am. It's really hard for me to kind of hold back, but I do, and I try and pray for them, but I still don't like them.
we don't have to like them.
I don't like
That's what my
it.
sponsor taught me. We don't have to like them. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I don't like
Just got
it.
to be. We don't have to be best friends with all these people. Okay, I
I
saw
just,
Steven and wanted me to ask you a question. So hold on, let me. It was a good question too. Hold
okay.
on, let me find it. Okay, I have a question, Cindy. Was there any bridges that couldn't be mended?
Like with family members and stuff. Is that what you
Family,
mean?
friends, anybody? Yeah.
No, I was able to mend everything. Not in the beginning. Not in the beginning because, like I said, I went to rehab 10 times. So it was like, oh, there she goes again. Up, there she goes again. So I had to prove myself this time around. But yes, I did mend everything with my children, my husband, my parents, my sister. Yeah, I was able to, but um, they didn't believe it right off, because when you come out of treatment, you're on that pink cloud, as they call it, you know, and you're so excited and da 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 and all that. Well, that shit wears off after a while.
Yeah.
that pink
Yeah.
cloud goes away. And
Right.
it took a good probably 2 or 3 years before they really thought that, okay, she's maybe serious this time. Because
Right.
y'all got to think, I've been clean 16 years. I was using for, Rachel was like 2 and now she's 23, so I was using a long time. And like I said, I was in and out of rehab, in and out of NA. Um, but once they saw that, hey, she's not the same as she used to be. And I even took my mom to a couple of NA meetings too,
Mhm.
just to show her, because everybody'd be like, what are these meetings you're going to, because like nobody in my family ever had that problem. And they would be like, what are these meetings you're going to? So finally I just took my mom with me, and she really liked them. She just don't like people cussing, but that's the only thing. But she kind of understood a little bit better that because they didn't understand why every day after work I had to go to, I had to be there, because
Right.
back then it was the 90-day, 90 and 90, where you have to go for the first, and Cindy could never make it. I would always relapse right before 90 days, so then I had to start all over again,
I
start all
totally did the
over
same
again.
thing. It
Oh
was
my
like that
god.
90 days is so hard to get. You know what I mean?
To 88, 89 even.
Right.
And then I'd screw up, and then it would be like, okay, I got to start over now. Damn. But since I've been on Suboxone, no, I haven't been back. I count this as my meetings. Really, I'm scared to go back because I don't want anybody thinking that I'm not clean because of what I'm on.
Right.
Is the truth. But
Right.
I know if I ever really was in a pinch, I know where to go.
Right.
Like if I
You could go back
ever,
there and
hmm
and get help. And that's the thing, you guys. Like, we don't have to
yeah,
share it with people in Narcotics Anonymous or Alcoholics Anonymous that we're on maintenance medication. That's between you and your doctor. And I think it's really important for us to start realizing that a lot of people, like for me, I didn't know that. I thought that I had to tell everybody in AA because I
hmm
thought that that was, you know how they tell you you have to be honest, honesty is part of the program, blah 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 blah. And I felt like
honesty,
I
open
wasn't,
minded.
you know,
Yeah,
I felt like I
yeah,
was
but they
lying
tell
to
you to
everybody.
be, honest, open minded, and willing,
Yep.
but they're not being open minded. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like it's like practice what you preach.
Right.
You're saying
And
being
so,
open minded. Well, be open minded about Suboxone.
and not all, listen here, it's not AA that's like that. You know what I
And I'm
mean?
not saying it's my NA group that did it ever. I'm not saying
Right.
that. They never, like the first time I went in there, it felt like I was home. Like
Right.
I just had this weird feeling like, man, these are my people. I
Yeah.
understand and they understand. And I don't even know them and they're hugging me, you
Yeah.
know? First I was like, what the fuck? All these people are coming up to me and saying, we're so glad you're here. Keep coming back. It works if you work it,
Work. Yes.
and it just, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I don't know. I just haven't been back. I guess I got lazy, and now I count your meetings as my meetings, and I'm a totally different person since
Yeah.
last year than I am now, because
I.
I was stagnant in my recovery. I'm not anymore. I'm trying to help. What we say. You give back what was freely given to you. I have
Right.
to, like. I was so scared to come on. I was in there asking Kevin, "Does this look funny? Does this look funny? Does this look funny?" And he's like, "Cindy, they're not going to be looking at you. They're going to be listening to you, your story." And I'm like,
Right.
I don't feel like I have a good story. I don't have enough war stories. I got partying times, but I don't have. I was a loner. I didn't hang out with anybody when
Right.
I
You
used.
use by yourself.
I
A
was.
lot of people can relate to
Hmm
that. A lot of people use by themselves and isolate, and
Yeah.
a lot of people. they just don't have to, like, why would you go and use with anybody else whenever you're, it's you and your husband. That's how it was with me and Neil. Like, we were always together, you know.
Yeah.
Now at the beginning of my addiction, I was everywhere. I was everywhere,
Mhm.
but at the end it was just me and him, or just me, hiding out by myself. So a lot
Yeah.
of people can relate to your story, and I told you that a lot of people would be able to
Mhm.
relate. And we're all the same. Nobody in here is gonna judge you. And you know what? If we all, let's say this meeting was like in one town, and we all lived there, I could just see us
Mhm.
all together, like having fun, going out
Oh my
bowling,
God.
going to the coffee place. I mean, we have a really good group of people here on this channel.
Yes,
We
we
have
do.
the best chat in all of YouTube. You can come to this
Mhm.
community, and you better bet your bottom dollar you're going to come in here, you're going to get greeted, you're going to get supported, you're going to get loved.
Mhm.
And it's like we have such a good community. So I knew that when you came on, it was going to be good. I knew everybody was going to love you, because Cindy, you're good to everybody here. You're in the comments all the time. You talk to everybody. Everybody knows you, girl. You're a part of the Real Talk Recovery fam.
Well, I just know how it feels, you know. I mean, when I first came in, everyone was so welcoming to me. Like, I was like, damn. So I want people to feel welcome when they come in. I don't want them to feel not, like, they're just another person typing something, No, I want them to feel welcome and feel at home and feel comfortable, and know that this is a place where you can just be yourself. No matter what you've done or what you have done or what you're still doing, it doesn't matter. It just matters that you're here. That's all that
Right.
matters.
Right.
So
I
that's
like
all that
that.
matters.
I really like that. This is a place where you can come and you can be yourself. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
I think a lot of people,
yeah.
like people that are, I think that sometimes we get people in here that they're still struggling and they're hurting, and they come in and they want to take it out on all of us, because we're happy and we're joyous and we're free,
Mhm.
And so that's another thing that we all have to remember. Like, these people that come in and have negative things to say or start trolling us, it's because they're struggling and
Yeah.
they're hurting inside. You know what I mean? And I try to look at things from that perspective, and it gives me peace.
But they can
Cindy,
also too be
good.
joyous and free and happy. They
Right.
can also feel the way we feel. It just takes that first step of, like step one says, you have to admit you're powerless over. That's step one. I have not done the steps in forever, but
Well,
in that
over
step
your
one,
addiction and over
yeah,
alcohol
yeah,
and drugs.
addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I didn't know if that was the right one or not, but yeah, I mean, it's when you take that first step, I mean, you will be joyous and free one day. You will.
Right.
I
Because the
mean,
obsession is going to be lifted. Tell me this. Can you remember the day or around the time where that obsession to get high was lifted, and you were like, "Wow, I haven't thought about getting high in a long time."
God, I don't know. Well, I don't know because I don't know if it's like because of Suboxone, but ever since, when I first got on it, I didn't have the urge anymore. I just
Mhm.
didn't,
Right.
I just didn't have the urge anymore. And even when I worked the 12 steps and I wasn't on, so I feel like I have glitter all over my face. Do I?
I can't see it.
Anyway, I put glitter on for you now. I can, when you can sit in the corner of your eye on your nose, I can see
Yeah.
my glitter. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying?
I just totally lost it with you too.
I did
I'm
too.
too. Oh well.
I did too. Oh well. I don't know, but
You did fucking good
no,
tonight, girl.
I do not have the obsession. Now I will tell you, this summer when I was on vacation, um, my sister said, hold this. And I didn't know what it was. And it was a wine cooler and she was going into the ocean or whatever. And I held it. And then I looked and I saw what it was. And I smelled it. and my mom was sitting beside me, and I went, I can't hold it. I
I
can't hold
remember
it.
that.
I
This
can't
this
hold
last
it.
vacation? This last vacation,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was
I
like, I can't hold it. She was like,
I
you
have
can't even
sometimes
hold
that
it? And I was
thought.
like, I don't want it. I don't want it near me. I don't want to hold it. Take it away.
I have that
Yeah, but I did.
sometimes
I
with alcohol
smelled it.
too. Yeah.
I smelled
Especially like
it.
on a hot day, like a cold beer or cold
We were at
margarita.
the beach.
I
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
We were at the beach, and it was like, I'm the only one not drinking. Well, my parents don't. My dad drinks wine, but he won't drink in front of us. But just like, like the wine here and there. My parents don't have any addiction or anything. But yeah, did it come to my mind though? Yeah, wouldn't that be nice to have a sip? We're sitting on the beach, and yeah, wouldn't it be nice? But then I got to think, play that tape all the way through. You will drink
Right.
it, and then you might be okay on vacation drinking, but when you get back home, you know what's going to happen.
Right. Right.
I'm going to, there I go again. And
It just
I don't want to
opens
do
up the
that.
mind to think about. It's
Hmm.
like you got a taste of it, and then you might be okay, but then and then you
Yep.
have to. It's like that taste. It's like has to be fed. It has to be met. You know. I
I'm a
know.
firm, yeah, I am a firm believer in, you know, um, people that like, okay, say me, addicted to pills. Um, I do believe, because I've been there, and my sponsor has told me, it will lead you back to your addiction. I'm like, all right, okay, yeah, sure, right, whatever. But you know
Right.
what? Every time it has, every time. And that's why I relapsed so many times in NA was on alcohol. I did relapse on pills, but first it was alcohol, and then it eventually was pills.
Right. Led you
So
back to that.
I'm a firm believer in that. I really am. That people, and there are people that can, though. I don't
Right.
know. I'm not one of them. I can't. I
Me
drink to get
neither.
drunk.
Me
So
too.
that's just, you know, that's just
Well, Miss
me.
Cindy, you've been on for an hour and 11 minutes.
Oh,
I'm
Lordy.
so
Oh,
proud of you.
Lordy.
You did good.
And no, now I'm going to go back and watch it. Oh, Lord.
Y'all, give it up for Cindy. Congratulate her on her
Thank
16
you.
years. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for
Thank
coming on and
you.
telling us your story, Cindy. I love you, and I'm going to call you after I hang up with hang
Well,
this
thank
video
you
up.
also. Thank you for being my best friend.
Thank
Oh,
you for
and
being my
Derek, because
best
I don't want
friend.
Derek to get upset. Y'all go shout out Derek Williams. Shout out Derek Williams, and shout out Laura Jane Loves Beauty. If you like makeup, she does makeup and recovery
That's
stories.
right.
She's
It's Laura
really nice.
and Derek, y'all.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. I
very
love
good.
you. I'll
I
call you in a
love you.
second.
Okay, yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Love
Bye.
y'all.
Love you.
Bye.
Okay, you guys, that was Miss Cindy Briggs. Y'all all know her. She's always in the comment section. She's always here to support me. She literally is my best friend, you guys. She's helped me so much since we've met each other. We've been friends for a year now, and I really, really appreciate you guys for supporting her. All the Y'all don't mind the craziness that happened earlier. I don't know what that was all about. We had a few trolls stop by, but we knocked them out of here and we kept on going. That's what we're about. We keep it positive, moving forward, and we don't worry about the rest. So I love you guys. Tomorrow is Thursday. I'm trying to think if we have anything planned tomorrow. I don't think I have anything planned tomorrow night, but I know Friday night we have our Medication Assisted Recovery Anonymous meeting. So I'll see you guys Friday night at 7. I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you all probably tomorrow when I get off work, okay? Thank you guys for being here and supporting Cindy. She's going to come back and read all the comments. So thank you.